So what has the transition kind of been like from Moorhead to Auburn and coming here and getting to know this team, Bruce, and your teammates?
It's been good. The transition's been good. Obviously, it's been adjustment coming from, Moorhead, mid-major to high major, SEC basketball. The tempo's a lot faster, the game's a lot faster, a lot more physical. I'd say the biggest thing is just the communication level. It's a lot more talking. You have to talk each and every possession for yourself and your teammates. And then Bruce and the guys, we just creating a family atmosphere. Everybody gets along. Everybody, all the coaching staff is involved, energetic, brings the energy each and every day. So when we get in practice, we're just having fun.
What are you looking forward to most on this trip to Israel?
Just getting closer with my brothers.
Yeah.
As a team, we're coming to Israel to compete and show our other competition in SEC what we can do and how the team's looking. But most importantly, we want to see some historic sites and bond with our teammates.
Can y'all prepare for like a senior national team like you're going to play? Is there anything sort of different about how BP is going about that in terms of what he's telling you in terms of the difference between that and then going into the college season?
Not really. Kind of, sort of though. He just treated it like a regular game, a real game. Obviously, it doesn't kind of go on a record book, but we want to win. We want to win every time we step on the court with Auburn basketball across our chest. So it's not no different. We're treating it like a regular game. So we're preparing for it like it's a real one.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you just in your own words, how seriously are you guys taking it, especially newcomers, it's your first chance?
Obviously, Auburn fans and the Auburn community want to see how all of us can play and how all of us can play together. So we're taking it serious. We want to win, like I said. Obviously, it doesn't count, but we still want to win.
When you were in the transfer process, what was it about maybe what a guy like Walker did last season for Auburn? Like, what did you like about the system, and how did you see yourself sort of fitting in? And what stood out the most about Auburn when you were trying to make a decision?
Walker led the country in blocks last year, and I was like third or fourth. But the biggest thing is, like, on the defensive end, they're allowing him to impact the game, and that's what I kind of like on the defensive end. And on the offensive end, they let him face the floor, shoot the three. It's a lot of pick and rolls, a lot of lob threat opportunities. They just let him play, and it's like he was having fun out there. So that's why I see and I want to join.
They haven't had a guy here with your post-up ability in a few years. Do you suspect that you're going to be doing that at the same rate this season that you did last year, or maybe how do you think your offensive game might change here?
Obviously, it's going to change because at Moorhead I was just strictly back to the basket the whole time. So obviously, I'm going to space the floor a little bit more on the perimeter. 4 and 5 is kind of interchangeable, so I'm going to go on the perimeter. But obviously, I'm going to still have my post-up opportunities and affect the game that way as well.
What do you remember from playing here last season?
It was crazy. The whole gym was packed. The whole student section was full an hour and a half before for warm-ups. I came in the gym with my headphones on, but you can still hear the crowd yelling at you, screaming your name, trying to distract you and get you out of your element.
What's it like to have that crowd now on your side?
It feels good. Every time you have a crowd and people who support you, it's always just great to have people behind you. So, it just helps us play better.
For people who haven't got a chance to see Johan play yet, how would you kind of describe him as another big man?
Johan is for real, dude. The real deal. Johan's really good, really talented. He can shoot the three, has a nice mid-range, can get to the rack. He's long, can play defense. He's a complete package.
Have you learned any French to help him along?
You said, huh?
Have you learned any French to help him along?
He's been teaching me a little bit of French, though. He has been teaching me a little bit of French.
How do you sort of see the two of you working in tandem on the floor at the same time?
I feel like we can work out together. All of our bigs are really good and unique. We're very deep, a very deep team. But we're gonna work out very well together.
You talked about maybe a little less back to the basket. Auburn does a lot of ball screen offense. Are you sort of adjusting a little bit into that, or any changes you're learning with that?
Yes, a little adjustment, but nothing I can't, intake. ball screens just help my teammate get open. And like Coach said, if you set a good ball screen, then you're going to get even more open. So that's all it is to it.
Sorry if you already answered this before, but could you talk about a little bit the transition here to Auburn there? How have you been making the adjustment?
I've been making the adjustment pretty well. You know, SEC basketball is different from like mid-major basketball, obviously. A lot more physical, but the biggest thing is probably communication, I would say. Just like talking each and every possession for you and your teammates. And the speed of the game is a lot faster than playing at the mid-major level, so you're getting used to all of it, but easy transition.